Hello, YouTube family. I wanted to start this episode out with the video played by Jaime Raskin, one of the House's prosecuting attorneys in the impeachment trial, part 2 of Donald Trump. If you like the videos, please like, subscribe, ring the bell, and away we go.
Because I've been a professor of constitutional law for 3 decades, I know there are a lot of people who are dreading endless lectures about the Federalist Papers here. Please breathe easy, okay? I remember well W.H. Auden's line that a professor is someone who speaks while other people are sleeping. You will not be hearing extended lectures from me because our case is based on cold, hard facts. It's all about the facts. President Trump has sent his lawyers here today to try to stop the Senate from hearing the facts of this case. They want to call the trial over before any evidence is even introduced. Their argument is that if you commit an impeachable offense in your last few weeks in office, you do it with constitutional impunity. You get away with it. In other words, conduct that would be a high crime and misdemeanor in your first year as president, and your second year as president, and your third year as president, and for the vast majority of your fourth year as president, you can suddenly do in your last few weeks in office without facing any constitutional accountability at all. This would create a brand new January exception to the Constitution of the United States of America. A January exception. And everyone can see immediately why this is so dangerous. It's an invitation to the president to take his best shot at anything he may want to do on his way out the door, including using violent means to lock that door, to hang on to the Oval Office at all costs, and to block the peaceful transfer of power. In other words, the January exception is an invitation to our founders' worst nightmare. And if we buy this radical argument that President Trump's lawyers advance, we risk allowing January 6th to become our future. And what will that mean for America? Think about it. What will the January exception mean to future generations if you grant it? I'll show you.
We will stop the steal. Today I will lay out just some of the evidence proving that we won this election, and we won it by a landslide. This was not a close election. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down to the Capitol.
Yeah! Let's take the Capitol. Take the Capitol. Take the Capitol.
We are going to the Capitol, where our problems are. It's that direction. Everybody in! This way! This way!
Tens of thousands of votes. They came in duffel bags. Where the hell did they come from?
Vice President and the United States Senate.
Off the sidewalk.
Stand up for him. Stand up for him. We outnumber you 1,000,000 to 1 out here, dude.
Take the building! Take the building! Fuck these kids. Join us! That's enough! There's much more coming!
The Constitution says you have to protect our country and you have to protect our Constitution. And you can't vote on fraud. And fraud breaks up everything, doesn't it? When you catch somebody in a fraud, you're allowed to go by very different rules. So I hope Mike has the courage to do what he has to do.
Talk about you,
And we fight. We fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
Fuck you, Steve, please. Fuck you, Fuck you,
So we're going to walk down Pennsylvania Avenue. I love Pennsylvania Avenue. And we're going to the Capitol. And we're going to try and give our Republicans, the weak ones, because the strong ones don't need any of our help, we're going to try and give them the kind of pride and boldness that they need to take back our country.
Get the fuck out of here, you traitors!
Majority Leader.
We're debating a step that has never been taken in American history.
And so that was just a portion of the video that was played by Raskin. The Democrats opened up the impeachment with a very good argument, a very good video that coupled the timeline with Donald Trump speaking and the crowd there getting more and more outraged and wanting to attack the Capitol, and along with the members of the House and Senate who were just going through their day, doing their job of beginning this process of counting the electoral votes. And it puts together clearly, I mean, the biggest argument I've heard from people on the right is that Donald Trump isn't responsible for what these people did. He didn't tell them to go riot at the Capitol. He didn't tell them to invade the Capitol. But you've got to understand that words have meaning. And when you're in a position of authority, when you're someone who is influential, you really have to consider what you're saying, because it's going to have an impact on those who you are influencing. And as the Democrats presented a very solid case at the beginning, Donald Trump's lawyers fell flat on their face. They were horrible at the start, and that's not just my opinion, that's across the board. Even Donald Trump was upset with how his defense attorneys defended him in their opening remarks. Granted, no, highbrow lawyers want to work for Donald Trump because they're afraid they won't get paid. I mean, that's just a horrible thing to say, that people don't want to work for you because they don't think you'll pay them. You know, you claim that you're this super rich billionaire and you can't get quality attorneys because they're afraid you won't pay up, bitch. But that's the boat that Donald Trump's in. There's already been one Republican member of the Senate who had initially said that he didn't think this was constitutional after the opening remarks of Raskin, where he made the very cogent point that if we allow presidents to be untouchable in their last 20 to 30 days in office, then what kind of precedent are we setting? You know, if a president can say, well, on my last however many days, I can do whatever I want, It don't matter. I could go into the Congress and just start shooting up the place. I can't be impeached. It's unconstitutional according to my buddies. And that's the whole problem. When you try and say that you can't impeach somebody for crimes. Just like Republicans are going into this trial saying we don't want witnesses. The first impeachment, Republicans were adamant there will be no witnesses. They had the Senate control at that point. They could determine there would be no witnesses. This go around, Democrats, it looks like, because they tend to be weak, it looks like they're going with the Republicans' desire of having no witnesses. On the Democrat side, to their case, they're saying they believe their case is strong enough. They don't need witnesses. Everybody that's sitting there in the Senate chamber is a witness of what happened that day. And it looks like one Republican has already changed his mind that he's going to hear the Democrat lawyers' arguments out after the opening statements. Hopefully, this will go through, and you'll have enough. I don't believe we will. I mean, it would require 17 Republicans to come on board and decide they will impeach this former president. And I don't believe we are going to get that, honestly. But never say never. One mind has already been changed because of the stark difference between the Democrats' opening arguments and Trump's defense attorney's opening arguments. And presumably we will have no witnesses, but so far for the Democrats, this is starting out pretty good as far as they are making their case. Thanks for watching the video. Again, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and you have a good day.